I was really excited to do this because Brenda is kind of seen as this formidable council member. And in actuality, of all the council members that I work with, Brenda's the one that comes to me the most. We've had the most interactions. She posts on her blog constantly about education issues. I think she's got at least a dozen posts on there. And when I got to know Brenda, I realized that she's very congenial and is very open-minded and listens. And it's been actually really rewarding to pass things by her and kind of throw ideas back and forth.
In the time that I've worked with our neighborhood association, which has now been almost 8 years, I found Brenda to be very easy to work with. I find her to be a good listener. And I think one thing that's true about a good listener is that they're not just agreeing with what you say, they're hearing what you say, even if they disagree, and you can have a really good conversation. I don't think Brenda's difficult at all. I think she raises difficult questions, and sometimes that's uncomfortable, but I think that's what we need in an Alder.
I just think that she's done a terrific job for us in the district. She's responsive, she knows the people, she knows the district, and she's done a very, very good job for us. I don't really think that we need to have a city council that's full of rubber stamps. I like Dave Cheslevich, but I think that we need to have people on the city council who will speak up and voice different opinions. And I think Brenda has done a very good job for us, so I want her to continue.
We are so lucky to have Brenda as our Alder. She is very dedicated, smart, principled. She knows how to listen. She comes to neighborhood association meetings and neighborhood functions. She cares what the residents think, and she has principles. She supports open government. She supports access to public service, the parks. She set up a listserv just so the neighborhood association could talk among themselves. She's just so dedicated to the whole principle of democracy. I don't think we could do any better than Brenda Konkel. She's great.
I think she's very good at working with the community to determine what business fits in well with our community, because you're not going to be able to put up an auto assembly plant in our community. However, I think she's been very effective at defining what zoning is appropriate for the businesses that will integrate very well with our downtown Isthmus community.
Yeah, I've worked with her on neighborhood development, in particular the Don Miller car lot, which was an extremely large development. And I think she did a phenomenal job bringing the neighborhood to the table and working with the developer. Everybody's voice was heard and that the process was fair. And you know, the developers walked away very happy, and it was one of the most successful in terms of getting through city processes very quickly, and it was only stopped, it didn't go through because of some TIF funding issues. In particular, Mayor Dave didn't want to support TIF for this particular project, even though the council did, and the neighborhood.
She is just incredibly smart, she's organized, she knows the issues, she can go deep and surface, she's funny, she's easy to work with, she appreciates people, she finds ways to ask incredibly intelligent questions without being confrontational and getting at the meat of the issue. She is a champion for working people, whether they're city staff or just on the front lines, or her neighborhood or the citizens of the whole city. She's got a big heart, and she's always thinking big.
Well, you know, I've worked with Brenda at a lot of different levels, and she's always been able to bring a lot of people with diverse interests together so that we can find a solution, a win-win solution, so there aren't losers, but we've done the right thing and moved Madison forward. And I've really been impressed with her ability to get people to have a common agenda, see what their common agenda is, and bring that forth and still hold progressive values in mind. So I'm just really very supportive of Brenda's work on the City Council.